Hey guys, welcome back to Thin Line Outdoors. It's Alex and Bear again. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most essential pieces of equipment anytime you go out camping or going to go hiking, and that is your backpack.
That's right, your backpack. It's going to be one of the most expensive things too. When you're looking, got your shopping list and you're looking at everything you're going to buy, what you hold everything in is probably going to be the most expensive thing, and it should be.
Right. Consider this your Cadillac or your Pinto, depending on where your budget's at, and depending on how much you're willing to invest in taking care of your body. And that's going to be a very big part of enjoying yourself when you go out to the field. So today we're going to be talking about the Eberlestock Battleship V90. It's considered a 100-liter bag. And before we get started on the bag, let me tell you a little about Eberlestock. So those of you that know guns are also going to know that Eberlestock was actually started by Glenn Eberle back in 1985. He was a biathlon Olympian. And he created what is now known as the rifle system that's used in the biathlon. Very good system, and this is their entry at a very unconventional, and this is the way they put it, a very unconventional, conventional backpack. It's going to be one of the lighter backpacks in its area, although it's not going to be the lightest backpack you're ever going to carry. In the 100-liter bags, it comes in at a good weight, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. Eberlestock calls it the Destroyer or the Battleship, and the Destroyer is also known as the V69. It's going to be a 60-liter bag, and then you've got the V90, which is what we have here, and that bag is going to be a 100-liter bag. Technically, it's 6,100 cubic inches. It actually comes in at a 99-liter bag, but constitutes a 100-liter bag as far as where it falls.
It's called 100.
Right. So it's going to weigh in at 8 pounds and 12 ounces. And while that sounds like a lot of weight, remember, we're crunching ounces, we're crunching pounds in other areas, but this is going to be the make or break in enjoying yourself. And there's a lot of features on this that are going to help you do that. So I'm going to hand it off to Alex. Alex, tell us what kind of different colors and stuff this comes in.
When you buy this from Eberlestock, you'll get it in, you have the options of coyote brown, black, military green, and rocky veil, which is kind of like a cool Rocky Mountain camouflage type. A couple things about some of the pockets in this thing. It has a ton of pockets if that's your style. These top two corners here, the thing that's going to be farthest out in the backpack are, there's two of them, 2-liter hydro pack pockets for you to get a bag of water. Basically, if you don't know what a hydro pack is, slips in there, you can pull the hose out over your shoulder, and you got something to drink on. And that's a great thing I like to see in backpacks, because when you're walking around and you have a hot water bottle or a canteen, you got to take your backpack off, dig it out. But when you have a hose flopped over your shoulder, it encourages you to drink more water, and you're going to have a better hike. Right. A couple of things about the pack. The whole material is made out of a ripstop, waterproof. The whole thing is waterproof. If you drop this thing in the river, good chance when you pull it back out, it's going to be okay. Not to mention on the bottom here, you can see, flip it around, it's a good idea. With a waterproof zipper, easy pull handle, you open the bottom, revealing a waterproof fly, which will fit over the entire back. No matter how filled it is, it's going to go over the whole thing because it's got this elastic stretchiness. Wrap it around, you're going to look kind of like a turtle, but you're going to be dry inside. I'm going to push this out of the way. Looking right above that, you have an awesome, the ergonomic waist belt, back straps. This is one of the most important things in a backpack. The rest of this can be crap as far as I'm concerned, but me not feeling the weight on a long trek is super important. You got a really thick, breathable kidney belt, waist belt, whatever you call it. You're not gonna be soaked right here, because I don't know if you can see, but I'm squeezing it and it's filling itself right back in. That's a good inch thick right there.
And this material, the way that they designed it, this webbing, actually creates ventilation as well. So it keeps you nice and cool, and you'll see that they extended that into the straps and then also into the back pad as well. So very insulated. It keeps it close to the body, but it also is going to keep you nice and cool as it is on the body.
Right. As long as you're moving around, you're going to feel that airflow actually going behind your back. It's really nice. Moving up, you have Molly attached to the back panel of the pack. Small Velcro strap, which making this whole system right here adjustable. If you're really tall like me, just kidding, you can extend it all the way up here, or if you're actually a short person
like me,
you're going to bring it down here. The back and the weight's going to be higher up on you, not dragging you down. This should be tightened fastly on your waist to absorb all that weight. And Eberlestock, this is my favorite thing about this backpack, is this system right here.
Now, in that system, and like he was talking about, one of the cool things about this too is there's a couple different ways to carry a rucksack, and there's what we call frameless, and then there's an internal frame and an external frame, and there's pros and cons about all of them. We'll get into that on a totally different video, but this one is what we consider an internal frame. And the cool thing about the internal frame on this is you pull out these bars here, and you actually can adjust them to your back. And so for me, when I injured myself in Iraq in 2003, my lower back is bad. So it's got to make sure that I have a backpack that's going to fit and be able to take the weight off my lower back so that I'm not crippled by the time we get to the campsite. And this backpack allows me to mold it to accentuate those places where I can carry the weight and take away from those places that I can't. Now, once we get past that and we get into the actual rucksack, one of the coolest things about this backpack for me as a guy who, when it comes to my personal life, very type B, very lay on the couch and, have my daughter do the dishes. But when it comes to my camping style, I'm very type A. I want everything to have its own place. And this backpack has over 10 pockets that allows me to do that. The cool thing is it's got two very large pockets, we'll start at the bottom here, that allow me to put anything I want to in it. These also can double. The way that they've designed the bag with so many clips, they double to put a rifle in here. You can slide a rifle in, it'll go all the way up the side, and it's got the clips in here that actually secure the rifle in place.
Or a fishing pole.
Or a fishing pole. Axe, anything you want to put in that pocket, you can do that. What I usually put in these pockets is either a filled rifle or a water bottle, depending on where I'm going and the task condition standards at play. When we move up the bag from there, each side has a mesh pocket here, and every pocket has a drawstring on it or some type of tightening system to allow that pocket to cinch up so that you don't lose stuff while you're walking. This pocket, for me, these two pockets on each side are great for putting like my field towel, so it allows it to dry out and things like that, or my field shoes I can stick there and they don't have to go in my bag and get all dirty and stuff. Now those pockets he was talking about with the hydration, one of the other things that's really cool about those pockets is that it comes with a clip that allows the weight to be held on the clip, which is more towards your shoulder, than to sink at the bottom of the bag. So it allows the bag to stay whole without sinking down and then causing more weight on your lower back. Great for me. On the top here comes a really cool piece of Velcro. This is a patch that I put on there, but it's got a piece of Velcro. You can identify yourself, identify your bag if you need to. On the top, you've got another two straps that you can put your tent in or whatever you want to put there. Molly on the top, very easy to get to if you want to clasp something there to make the bag even bigger. I'll be honest with you, one of the things that's a plus and a minus about this bag, it's a 100-liter bag, so putting something on the outside of it just doesn't seem right when you've got so much room on the inside. So first pocket we're going to come to is we're going to come to this top pocket here, and it's just a basic map pocket. It's about deep enough to put a map, or I'd put my my compass in here, an extra compass. Sometimes I'll put a notebook or something that I can readily get to, or somebody behind me can get to if needed. But I don't put a lot of stuff in this pocket, maybe a pair of binoculars or something like that. On the bottom of this top flap, you've got another pocket here that allows you to put, again, a map or something like that in there, or again, snacks or something that you need to get to quickly. And we'll talk about how to pack a rucksack in a different video. Look for that video. Once we open the bag, you have two different entries in this bag. It's kind of cool. You have an entry into the top, and the top has a rain fly, or has a stuff sack built into it, not a rain fly, I'm sorry, that allows you to get more room up here on top. So this bag can literally be this big, and the straps on the top flap will allow it to actually be that big. It's very large. If you don't want to use the top flap and you don't want to go down in your bag, Eberlestock has thought of it all. You got two zippers here, both with reinforced pulls. You open it up and you get into the meat and potatoes of this bag. So first thing, now you're in the bag. So anything you're needing to grab, you can grab, like you're opening the refrigerator and grabbing a cold beer and a stack of bacon. Very easy to do. Once you get in there, there's a main pocket, and then there's some other pockets. You've got a pocket back here that has a lot of room, and you can see you can really pack that pocket out. This is where I keep my cook gear, and I have an extra pot that I take with me. And then in this pocket, I usually keep my first aid kit. So it's readily available. All I gotta do is pull my main bag out, and I've got a pretty extensive first aid kit. This is not the first aid kit that I'm carrying in my chest rig. This is a more extensive thing with SAM splints in it, things like that. This is a very useful place to put it. Then you have all this area here. And now in the bottom of it, it has kind of a stomach or a bladder. And what that allows is you have two different pockets in here. You can either open this up, and now you can reach down into this part of the pocket, or you can cinch it up and you can separate. Again, I like to separate all your stuff. So you can keep everything up here that you want down up there, and then down here, you've got a whole nother pocket that allows you a whole nother separate area to put stuff. So tons of area down here as well. And this is typically where I'll put, mostly we do a lot of hammock camping, and we'll introduce you to our hammocks and things like that coming up here shortly. This is where I put all that stuff, because then I know that this is my sleeping pocket. Everything in here for me is what I use to sleep in. I got my tarp in here, I got my straps, I got my hammock, I got my sleeping bag fits in there, all of it fits in there. And we'll talk about those individual things on different videos. Look for those on our page. You'll notice though, tons of different straps here, tons of different ways to secure places. Loops that you could just hang something off there. These are also good. Sometimes I'll carry an axe and I'll just drape it across, and I'll use these for that. Now, let's get into the bite the bullet kind of area here. We've kind of showed you the bag, and we went really fast through it. Eberlestock has a really great video where they review their own backpack. That's, if you want more information, you can hear straight from the top about their bag. But this is going to give you a quick rundown of this bag and get you out in the field and ready to go if you want to buy it. This is the tough spot. This bag is not cheap. You can get a bag from Snugpack, or you can get a bag from Osprey, and you can get comfortable bags that are going to be 60 liters around there for a couple $100. And you can have a really nice bag. This bag is designed to be durable enough to never need another bag. But the price tag is going to come with that. It's $389 to $429 to buy this rucksack. Now, again, though, remember, when buying a rucksack, what's important? Comfortability. Price is not the issue. Okay, you are buying your transportation here. You don't want to drive around in a Pinto with wheels wobbling everywhere. You don't want to carry a rucksack that's going to do the same thing for your spine. Make sure that you get a backpack. No matter how expensive it is, make sure you get a backpack that's going to be there for you day in and day out, that's going to have the built-in reinforced stitching and things that the Eberlestock have. You have anything you want to add to this, or backpacking?
If you research Eberlestock, you'll read that they've never sacrificed usability and durability for weight. This is a heavy-duty backpack, and when I say heavy, I'm talking 8 pounds heavy.
Almost 9.
Usually not what you look for, but this is at least 5 to 7 day pack. This isn't a day hiking pack. This is for serious, down and dirty, packing what you need, backpack. Other than that, it's worth the price.
If you got any questions about this bag, or you want to know more about this bag, feel free to leave a comment in the bottom. We will get back to you. This is a bag that I truly believe in. I'm used to carrying external frames in the Army. This is a bag that I think that everybody in the U.S. Army should have been able to carry. It would have saved me a lot of hurt and a lot of tear on my body. If you have any other questions, again, leave them in the bottom. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, share this video. Keep watching our videos. We'll see you in the field.